And we saved the best for last because the final trailer for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was released this week, and I gotta say, and God bless our friend in our group chat. I'm gonna continue to put up his reactions to certain things, but I'm gonna show his text right now on the screen for you. He is highly disappointed after viewing the trailer and a 7-minute overview video that was released this week on November 14th. And I'm going to give the credit where credit is due. That preview was shown by Logan Plant on November 14th, like I said, but let's get into it. Nintendo released a 7-minute 4K overview trailer, like I said, on November 14th, which is described as a deep dive into the game, showcasing planets, environments, enemy types, and all your new abilities you can. Key features revealed was the psychic abilities. You can control the trajectory of your beings and manipulate doors and mechanisms with mind power. Nothing we haven't seen before, I guess, but it's new to this IP. I understand. New suit designs.
Sounds familiar.
Calm down, calm down. Wait. Jungle and forest, and there was a desert environment shown. There was a motorbike shown, and you can drive it at Viola in open areas in the Doom sections. But he didn't do that in the 7-minute video. I will note that. So we still haven't seen that really in actions outside of a trailer. And the announcement of Switch 2 edition with enhanced visuals and resolution modes. I will say the 7-minute thing was recorded on a Switch 2, and I listen, I've never said this about Nintendo in probably all my adult years, but that game looked good. That game good in that video, and I know it's cartoonish, it's not realistic, but still, that game looked good, and I'll give recognition where recognition is due. All your praise, baby. That game beautiful. Now that was on the Switch 2. I don't know how this is going to look or run on the Switch 1 or the Switch Lite or the OLED, none of that stuff that came before. They didn't really speak on it in the video. They just kept saying this was Switch 2. We're going to get into the fans and the people's reaction to this and what they was disappointed about. Some community members feel like the trailer lacked big whoa, I quote unquote, moments or felt too safe. For example, this is a quote. I was disappointed because the trailer had shots of all of 2 missiles in and then morph into a ball, scan a dying pirate, and that was it. A silent protagonist problem. One Reddit commented, I think it's awkward that you got characters directly talking to you and she's like
Yeah.
awkward silence. Focus on pacing and showing too little gameplay depth given the long wait and the hype. Yeah, okay. It's been 10 years. If you waited that long, you can wait a couple more weeks. Many fans are upset, and this is the big thing. Breaks the series' tone of isolation and mystery, like our friends said in our group chat. Isolation is very much a common theme in this IP. So the inclusion of a chattery sidekick named Miles, which is in the photo. Jesus, when I watched the 7-minute clip, he does not shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
He says some of the most irritating shit. Like, you're not aware you're playing a fucking video game. He'd be like, "Oh, it's good time to save the game. Fourth breaking wall, bitch. Shut the fuck up." And he'll just say annoying shit. And if he gets unalive because you leave him behind because he's distracted shooting something you've already ran past or something, you will fail. And it will say you let a trooper get killed, and it will reset you. And so a lot of people are
Oh, wow.
irritated by that. Many sources note that Miles provide very frequent and on-the-nose tips during gameplay, but a lot of people are like, bitch, this is not my first video game. I don't need a reminder from the game that I'm playing a game and how to play the game. So a lot of people are saying the escort and companion gameplay elements tied to Miles, and I will note, Miles is locked to seemingly, you get a companion or escort in each area. There was like he had this scene where it was Miles and there was 7 other question marks, indicating that there are more companions. And yes, you will leave Miles eventually, but you're gonna run into somebody else. Now, will that other NPC be such annoying? Though annoying? Don't know. We'll see. But it's very much a change than past entries in the Metroid. It's the Metroid history. This is very, very abrupt change, and a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people like the isolation. You know, we live in a time where there's a lot of loners out there, a lot of social people. They don't like to hear the chattering. They like to just focus on their own. They like to scan, explore, figure stuff out on their own. That is the challenge of Metroid games. So, yeah, the people are just not happy about that element. And visually, they like it. They like some of the new moves, some of the things. And a lot of your weapons upgrades and stuff like that are going to be tied to these NPCs and these escort missions. So just buckle up. If you had a certain idea how this Metroid game was going to be, I think you just have to, for one, taper your expectations. I know it's been 10 years. So you just gotta temper your expectations to what the game is showing you it's going to be. Don't imagine past Metro games in this game. This is a new experience. They're doing something new. Is it for the better for the IP? I don't know. I'll wait and see. I'm not gonna buy this game. I was excited for it at one point, but that was like 6 years ago. I'm kind of over the Metroid roller coaster ride, and I'll just see how it turns out, if it's even worth thinking about even getting. But like I said, I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2. I still have the OG, and if it runs bad on that, Nintendo's never getting my money, baby. But let me know, what do you think about all this feedback from the community about these new things about the Metroid Prime 4?
I have to admit, as my cousin said, that game do look fucking good.
It was beautiful.
That
Chef's
game do look
fucking
good,
kiss.
boy.
Mwah!
I mean, as long as it took, the least it could do is look good. I give them that. But other than that, this is just Nintendo being Nintendo. The trailer and point that she's talking about, yeah, I get that. But there was a secondary one I watched. They pointed out a key feature being that you can jump. Leave it to Nintendo to make it seem like they are revolutionizing something as far as a core common game mechanic as jumping. The original Mario slash Donkey Kong games, hey, you could jump. And I'm gonna say this because I know you Nintendo fans, you're gonna try and talk, say, this first person game revolutionized first person shooters, which that's a crime to call it that because Nintendo don't see this as an FPS. They see it as a first person adventure. Because I'm talking about the same people who claims Breath of the Wild changed open world games, which it didn't. But I've already did my rant. I ain't got a lot to say about this. I don't have the Switch 2. I have the original OG. Well, I have the OLED. And I probably ain't gonna buy it. Because if it looked that good and did all this, the Switch 2, I'm pretty sure the original one's probably gonna struggle.
That's
I
probably why
said
they
it
didn't
a
show
while
it.
ago. Oh yeah, that's probably why I didn't show it. But I said this before this show was conceived. Metroid Prime 4 was going to be a generational game. As Breath of the Wild was with Wii U and Switch, so would be this game. And I believe the only reason it came out on the Switch One is because when they originally marketed it and showed it off, it was promised to come there. So that keeps them from being, that absolves them from having to get sued and people saying like, "Oh, you forcing me to buy a Switch 2 in order to play this game when nearly 10 years ago you promised us it would be on the Switch 1." That's probably the only reason it's coming out for that. Like to really be honest. But everything they showed, I wasn't impressed. Besides the graphic, it had a huge open world. For what? For what? A empty ass open world, and I'm saying that empty ass open world because Nintendo fans, boy, you all just eat up anything Nintendo gives y'all. Like it's gift from. I was not moved. I was not impressed by this game. Me personally, I didn't care about Metroid Prime 4. I am still sitting and waiting. When is Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remastered? That's what I'm waiting on. This, it ain't it, baby. And like I said, the graphics, it looks nice. That motorcycle, unnecessary. Open world, unnecessary. Some of the that talking Miles, completely unnecessary. You are Samus. You're a bounty hunter. That dude, he looks like your HR assistant. Just here to keep you from being bored. And I mean, he pointed out, hey, don't forget to save the game at checkpoints. This this is some I don't even know the word for it. Do they believe their current audience don't know what to do, or are they targeting the young people? You're like, hey, if you never played a Metroid game, but hey, why? Your core audience knows how to play this, knows what to do with this. They don't need no assistance. And this is just Nintendo saying, hey, you don't know what the hell to do. So we're gonna let you know what to do. But I got nothing. I'm not moved. I'm not expecting or hyped for this. It's more Nintendo shit. And Nintendo has been peddling a lot of shit lately. I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
see why they didn't show the original, the game running on the original Switch. It'll probably be 26 frames a second, if not less. Grainy, graphical issues. It'll probably be a really interesting think piece on it. And trust and believe, we'll talk about it. But other than that, I ain't got nothing. Nothing else.
Well, there you have it, folks. Listen, and if you go back and watch our original stuff that we first released, I said I thought this game wasn't coming because it had been so long. It was radio silent, and they wasn't saying anything. And like I said, I was excited for this game 6 years ago, and now I just you just for one, you cannot meet the hype for that long. You can't meet the high expectations. So I think at the end of the day, this is going to disappoint a lot of fans and a lot of hardcore Metroid. But who knows? They might get some new fans and get some new people with the revolutionary things they think they've done with jumping. Who
Oh,
knows?
okay.
But
I like how you put that, what they think they're doing. I'm gonna say what?
yeah, yeah, and they gave you a motorcycle because the dunes and the desert environment is so empty from the trailer. I was like, and they was like, oh yeah, you can run into crystals for energy that you need going forward, and I'm just like, there's so much gap in between what I see off in the distance, and I'm like, what? It looks empty, but hey, if you play Zelda, you'll probably play this, and you'll probably think it's fun. I just don't have that same outlook on things like that. But needless to say, Metro 4 Prime Beyond is due to release December 4th, 2025. So that is right around the corner, a little over 2 weeks. So we will see the outcome of this very, very shortly in weeks. So we will give you an update on how it actually looks and how it performs, and we'll see the reactions from the fans. So let us know in the comments below. Are you still excited? Do you think this is good? Are you an OG player of Metroid Prime? Do you think this is a good change of pace from the old entries? Are you looking like my cousin for the remakes of 2 and 3 and you don't care about this? Let us know in the comments below, man.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?